Good day, grade 9s. For term 3, week 2, you are required to complete activity 23 and 24. You are now familiar with the general ledger and know that we have a debit side to our general ledger as well as a credit side. What do I do with the debit side? I debit all expenses. Let me just use a different pen. I debit expenses. Dead click, remember dead click. Expenses, assets, drawings, and then I will credit liabilities, incomes, and expenses. And capitals. Please note that assets increase on the debit side. As soon as they decrease, you'll take it over to our credit side. Liabilities increases on the credit side. As soon as they decrease, it's the opposite. They will then decrease on your debit side. Okay. On the debit side. Then we have the expenses, drawings, incomes, and capital. They are owner's equity accounts. Owner's equity will increase on your credit side as you have incomes, money coming in, capital, owners put in money into the bank account, increase in your owner's equity. However, when you are dealing with expenses and drawings, owner's equity will decrease on the debit side. Every time you pay your expenses, your worth of the business decreases. Every time the owner takes out drawings from the bank account, the worth of the business decreases. So please remember dead click. Okay, so use the balances / totals as given below, as well as the information from the journals of Sterling traders for Feb 2019 and post to the ledger accounts that are given. So let's go through these ledger accounts. Bank, we know, is an asset. Debtors control is an asset. Trading stock is an asset. Owner's equity is credited. It's increasing on the credit side, money coming in. Cost of sales is an expense and it decreases on your debit side. Loan is a liability. Remember, liabilities increase on your credit side. Drawings is owner's equity. It is decreasing owner's equity on your debit side. And then we have sales, which is an income, and it falls part of the owner's equity group, which then increases. Alright, and that figure is unknown. There we have our cash receipts journal. And you basically have to work out the known and the unknown figures. Remember, the total of bank will be the sum of sales and debtors. If you are not very clear on the activity page, please turn to page 69 in your textbook. Remember, cost of sales is literally there as a figure so that we know how to update our trading stock account. You have not received that money. What did you receive? You received money from your debtors worth 49,400 and you received money from actual sales worth 52,050. Alright, that will be the sum of your bank. Do not calculate cost of sales because that is not money that is being received. It is just there to give you guidance. We have capital also in our sundry account of our cash receipts, which will be added, and then the loan that was given to us by Capitec on the 15th that was paid into our account. So I'm taking loan, I'm adding capital, I'm adding debtors, I'm adding sales to get my bank figure of my cash receipts journal. Then we have our debtors journal. Remember, that's when we sell on credit. The sales was worth 67,500. Of that sales, it costed the business 50,000 rand to purchase it. Then we have our CPJ, our cash payments journal, and our trading inventory is unknown. How will we work this out? I'll take my bank account figure and subtract drawings, packing material, the loan repayment, as well as equipment that was purchased, and that will give me my trading inventory figure. Debtors allowances, they give you the debtors allowances amount, but they do not give you the cost of sales. Now remember, cost of sales is cost price equals selling price times 100 over the 100 plus markup percentage. Did they give us the markup percentage here? No, they did not. So what you can do is work out from your debtors journal. They gave us the sales amount as well as the cost of sales amount. We basically want to get our markup. Markup equals selling price minus the cost price over cost price times 100. This will give us our markup percentage that we are looking for. Once we have this markup percentage, I can then fill in the unknown over there and then work out what was the cost price of our debtors allowances that came in. Alright, grade 9s. If you do have a problem, please feel free to email me on my email address. Alright, remember classifications of accounts. Debtors control is an asset. It increases on the debit side and it will decrease on your credit side. The very same with trading inventory. It's an asset. Bank is an asset. Drawings, dead click, it's owner's equity. And what do we do with drawings? Drawings is debited. It decreases owner's equity. Loan is a liability. Every time we take a loan, it will increase on the credit side. When I pay my loan grade 8s, it will decrease and I'll make the transaction on my debit side. Sales is an income. What do I do with an income? With regards to sales, I credit incomes. Debtors allowances is an expense, and expenses decrease owner's equity on the debit side. Cost of sales is an expense and it will decrease owner's equity on your credit side. So basically we take in the information from the opening balances. Remember, you'll have balance brought down and total brought forward. Depending if it falls in the balance sheet section, it will be balance brought down. If it falls in the nominal account section, like your sales, debtors allowances and cost of sales, your opening total detail will be total brought down. Alright, please make reference to previous activities that we have completed in the general ledger when you are completing this activity. Moving along to activity 24, look at the sales account as it appears in the general ledger of Willem Shop and answer the questions that follow. We have a total brought down of 20,000 Rand. And you can see that in our CRJ we received money, we sold goods, and we received cash immediately. And then the DJ is telling us that we sold goods on credit. So what will be my details when I sell goods on credit? What will be my details when I sell goods using cash? And then you have to answer, what is these amounts for? What is the contra account of A? What is the contra account of B? What does the amount at C represent? What does the amount at D represent? What does the amount at E represent? Which account will be debited to cancel a sale transaction? And why are we not allowed to record the cost of sales of damaged trading inventory in the debtors allowances journal? All right. Please remember to complete these activities for week 2, and if you do encounter any issues, please make sure that you email me on my email address svanross@lasalle.co.za. Thank you, grade 8s. I mean grade 9s.